So what do you need to get started? Well, first of all, you need something to take video with, and I would suggest a simple camera when you're just getting started and don't spend a lot of money. Now, for many of you who have a really good smartphone, the video that you can take with those phones now is great with iPhone and some of the others out in the market. So you need to know your smartphone and know how good the video quality is, and always turn your phone this way, not this way when you're taking video shots of the phone. Also, a lot of people have had some really good experiences using the iPod Touch for video. Or you can use a camera like this one. This is the one that I was usually, well, this is the second one I was using. At first I was using a different Sony, which it didn't take widescreen though. This one takes widescreen. This is a Sony DSC. It's probably a few years old by now, but these take pretty good video. And then there's some others that I'll talk about in the next lecture. So you don't have to spend a lot of money, a couple $100, and I think you're good. And then what you need to think about is what kind of background are you having? So you can see the background I have here. This is the one I'm experimenting with, but I've taken video for my YouTube videos with other backgrounds going on as well. Third is lighting. I think that you can do what a lot of YouTubers do and just use natural lighting. Do your filming in front of a window. And you don't have to have the sun coming right into the window. It can be a window facing north, and that works. Right now I'm in a room that has a window. I also have a light on because it's not quite as bright today. The sun's shining, but I turned a light on, and I know it's a yellow, more incandescent type of light, but I think through the camera, and I have a viewfinder on my camera that I can see over to the side, and I think the light is pretty good. Some YouTubers have gone out and bought professional lighting, and for some that's been a good deal, and for others it's been hard to use. You have to know what you're doing in order to spend money on lighting. So for right now, when you're just getting started, use natural. The other thing you need to know is how you're going to bring the video file into your computer. So if you're using your smartphone, you're going to need to know the best way to bring that in. For some smartphones, you can put that video on their cloud, and then from the cloud, bring it into your computer. Others, you can hook your phone up. I hook this camera, or the camera I'm using right now, I just hook it up. But I could take the memory card out and pop that into my computer as well. The next thing you'll need is a way to edit the video. In a future lecture, I'll cover editing software. There are some out there that are free, and there are some that cost a little bit of money. But putting together pieces, editing out what you don't want, that's going to be really important if you're going to be doing YouTube videos. Once you have that video editing software, it should give you the capability to put in other sounds, to put in music, and to do voiceover capability as well. Because sometimes you'll have a piece of video that you want to edit and shrink down to go 2 or 3 times as fast because it's just taking too long. But then you don't want that sound, especially if you're talking in the background, you'll have that chipmunk sound. And you need to be able to take that sound out and then record your voice over it. In this section, in another lecture, I'm also going to show you some shareware that my editing company told me about that allows me to take my raw video files and shrink them down. And also, once I started using this camera, the raw files from this wouldn't work with my editing software. So this free shareware, I run them through, and I'll show you exactly how to do it and how to get this free shareware, and then it was good to go. Also in this section, we'll touch on banners and thumbnails. Let's get started and get to the next lecture.